Happy hump day, everyone. And it's the last hump day of March. Or, Wednesday of March, that's fine as well. Let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. I'll be honest, yesterday just seemed kind of boring. Nothing happened. Not a lot was going on. I mean, the one thing that was even remotely interesting was the fact that The Voice was on last night, but they're no longer doing the auditions. And the auditions are the best part of the show. So, it didn't really interest me. Yeah, everything's just kind of bland at the moment. But there were some highs yesterday for sure. I mean, seeing my family, of course, was wonderful. That sub I had last night from Meniere's was awesome. Of course, I always, here's the thing. My father always arrives late to pick up the subs, right? And because of that, they shut down the grill. They shut down that grill way too early. And so he gets me the All-American sub. That's a sub with roast beef, turkey, and ham. And I get it with tomatoes, onions, lettuce, mayo, and they give it to me, and my dad gave it to me. And there's also cheese on it too. I believe there's provolone and Swiss on it as well. So normally, lately what I've been doing, whenever I get one of those subs from Meniere's, since I know it's gonna be cold and I'm a hot sub guy, what I do is I get some foil, put the sub on the foil, put that in the oven just put it in the oven for a little while. Get all nice and hot. Makes the bread all crusty. It melts the cheese. It makes the meat warmer. I mean, it's gotta get there for a half hour or so to really get a full effect. But it makes a really good sandwich. It does. That was a real good sandwich I had. Actually, it's probably the best version of that sub I've had in quite a while. I mean, every time I have it, it's pretty good. But this one was just it hit the right spot for me. It did. That was definitely a high. And honestly, Tuesday is going to be the day I have so many acts of kindness I might as well not do for the rest of the week. Because, I took out their garbage, put the garbage cans on the curb. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. There you go. Let me accidentally started an ad. Don't know why I just did that. So that was awkward. So the high was dinner with my family, and what was my act of kindness was I took the garbage out, cleaned and emptied and filled the dishwasher. Well, actually, there's a lot more to it there because you got to take out the garbage all throughout the house, put that in one big garbage bag, and put that garbage bag in the really, really, really big garbage bag that has other garbage bags that have been filled throughout the week. You take the big garbage bin, grab the recyclable bin as well, that big blue cube, I guess you want to call it, and you take that to the curb. And unfortunately, my mom has a really strict rule in the house, only certain things can go in the dishwasher too. Because, obviously, stuff dishes and bowls and silverware, cups, they can go in there fine. You're not allowed to use up put pots and pans in there. Something about the fact that my mom is convinced that the metal is gonna rust. Personally, I don't really buy that, but it's my mom's house. I'll listen to that rule. I'm pretty good about that. So, yeah, not bad. They got boring. I mean, kind of think of it. This is like the first time this year, this calendar year, in 2023, where things are just kind of boring. Like, it's still too cold for many large-scale event-related activities to go on. But we're stuck in that transition where, like, we want to go out and do stuff. We really do. Like, we're just waiting for the weather to be consistently good throughout the course of several days before we can decide, okay, you know what, let's do it. Well, it used to be we wait for the course of the weather to change for several days. Now we got the Weather Channel. It tells you when it's okay to go out. There been times with the Weather Channel's been wrong. What, like a 10%? I'd say maybe a 10% margin of error, roughly. Or if it has been right, it's been too late to really matter. So, we've been lucky that the weather has been pretty solid the last couple of days. It's bright and sunny right now, which is awesome. Not a cloud in the sky from my point of view. Although, my mom actually did mention this to my nephews the other day as we were leaving a storage on Saturday. It was after 7 o'clock at night, and there was still light up. I mean, sadly, I'm at that age where I clearly take that for granted. But having my nephews, like, legit notice that for the first time, I'm like, holy cow, I've legit taken this for granted, haven't I? That's awkward of me. Oh gosh, I'm tired. I am very tired. I feel good, but I'm just a little bit tired. Let's see. What's been happening as of late? Or is it going to happen? I don't know, I hate to say it, but I think March is going to kind of end not on a whimper. I'm not going to say March is going to end on a whimper. Because, for all intents and purposes, that would imply that something legitimately bad happened. But I guess the end of March will probably be the first time where I legit pay attention to everything going on in terms of, big events or whatever. Because I never noticed it at the end of January. I never noticed at the end of February either. I mean, this is legit the first time in this set of 100 days where, I've been taking the time to think things through and think things over. I mean, there's some things I think about, going forward, well into the future. In fact, full disclosure, I'm legit already rehearsing day 2000 for me. Straight up, I am. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to say in less than 100 days. Actually, in 86 days from now, roughly. I think it's 86. Is it 86? Hold on. I have my notes on me. If I can find it real fast. my channel. Yeah, this is day 1914. We have 86 days until I do the next State of My Being address, specifically day 2000. And I'm already trying to rehearse over what I'm going to do and what I'm going to say. I mean, it's day 2000, guys. I gotta do something to make it grand. I mean, the last time I had a day like that was day 1000, and that would have to be like a 2-part, 90-minute overall video because of everything I was talking about. Because there was a lot to go over in the span of 1,000 days. And yet here we are, like almost a day 2000, and I can already tell you I'm already going to be at a huge disadvantage from the last time. See, last time I did day 1000, I was clearly at the lake. I just happened to be lucky enough to be at the lake at that time. Meanwhile, day 2000 this year, that's going to be a Friday. And I'm not entirely sure what my schedule is going to be. I do know I'm going to see if I can get my dentist appointment changed that day. Yeah, seriously, day 2000. And day 2000 is going to arrive, and shortly after I do that video, I have a dentist appointment. I'm going to see if I can get that rescheduled, maybe a little bit sooner. Or later. I'd like that. Just so I can just focus on day 2000 and nothing else. I got time. I should probably do that. Yeah, I think I will. Like, I want June 23rd to legit be be day 2000 and nothing bad happening, or nothing that's boring, or like letting quote unquote life get in the way. When I say life get in the way, I mean like stuff I normally do throughout the course of the day. Like, it's gonna be a big day. I mean, when I did day 1000, not only was I at the lake, that was the last day I was up at Eagle Lake that year. Yeah, I don't think any of you guys remember that, but September 26th, 2020 was day 1000. And that was the final day that my family and I were up at Eagle Lake that year. Crazy, right? I mean, I suppose I could try and go up Thursday. Well, then again, I don't know what my schedule is either. I need to look at a calendar to think about real quick. I mean, is it preemptive that I'm even thinking about this now? Yes, of course it is. But considering that nothing has been going on, it feels fine. If you were to tell me that I'd still be doing this actually, I wouldn't entirely be surprised. I mean, I was going to make videos every day no matter what, but the fact that I'm already reaching another truly significant milestone, and yeah, every 100 days really is a milestone in and of itself. That's why I do the State of My Being address. But I actually just realized this is going to be the first set of 1,000 days where I'll be 10 for 10 in terms of doing the State of My Being address. I just realized, because the first State of My Being address I did on day 400. And then it just stuck until day 1,000. I've been doing it ever since. So this will be the first full set of 1,000 days where I do them. Just 1,000, just 10 times of legit going over and elaborating my feelings. I mean, I could always really do that. It's just, if I did that every day, it'd be really boring. wouldn't have as much of an impact, you know? I mean, on the off chance some of you think I'm not doing well, I'd be able to elaborate as to why that's not true and why I'm doing just fine. There's that. But then again, I have no idea who is concerned over me at the moment. And if there is any cause for concern, of course I'd address it to all of you. I've been pretty transparent about that. So, yeah. Sorry this day really wasn't as eventful or fun as what most of you were expecting. Just, sometimes when nothing's going on, I tend to get kind of complacent and bored. And I just think to myself of things that, you know, I just think, you know. I ask myself the important questions. Sometimes. I mean, sometimes I don't need to ask any questions, not at all. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I contemplate the future, like I pretty much talked about today. And I think this might be the first time where I've addressed this sort of problem too. So, the fact that it's 1914 days, and only now have I really truly addressed like what I do on days where it's like boring or not very exciting. I gotta say, I think I live a rather exciting life. I hope you all like this video, and if you did, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very home in this video for all you guys watching today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Happy last Wednesday of March. And remember, if you guys want to talk to someone, who's going to be here to lend you always your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.